Let's watch this clip about influence of the Apostle Paul.
This old man, Paul, who's probably at this time 71 years of age, has walked 10,000 miles, has had practically every disease that you could possibly get, has been stoned twice, flogged many times, shipwrecked twice, been bitten by a viper. The man who gives us these words that become the Acts of the Apostles.
The reason why I think there hasn't been a lot of treatments of Paul's life on film, his life is so wild and expansive, and it almost doesn't seem possible that a person could live. He lived 100 lives in one life.
He is absolutely the most prolific writer of the New Testament. There's so much when you look at his writings from all the epistles and his communications, and there's some deep theology and there's some deep lived experiences and the Acts of the Apostles. There's so much, like part of it is like, how do you even begin telling that story?
What kind of talents did this guy have? How he could speak, how he could write.
He has a wide compass and can deal with many, many people. There are moments when he has to show great courage and great stoicism in the face of adversity, but he's also quite capable of being a genuine human being and having people listen to him as a result.
I think that Paul, above so many others, knew exactly what sin, mercy, and grace meant in his own life and how powerful it was, and you know, the conversion of someone who was so seeped into law and tradition, and it was eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth, and if you sinned and then you didn't sacrifice, you were not forgiven by God. This is how it worked in the old Jewish tradition. And so I think for him to sort of come to this conclusion of understanding, oh, it's really about grace, it's really about mercy, and it's all about love. And without those things, we don't have anything. I think he can speak to it more than anyone because he knew how far that transformation and how far that journey took him, you know, from where he was at as Saul and then the conversion and then what he did for the next 30 years of his life. Everything centered around these three things: grace, mercy, and love. And I just am so excited to tell this story and offer these themes to the world at a time when I think that we are so desperate to hear these things, to hear that we're loved, to hear that there is mercy and grace for anything, to hear that there is a God that's bigger than us, that loves us, and that we cannot fall too far from his grasp. And that's why we're excited to tell this story.